Hey everybody out there, this is Apple Lady, of course. I just felt like I wanted to talk to everybody out there, all of my YouTube families. I just wanted to share some things that's on my mind, and I also think that it's on the mind of God. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Apostle Stacy Woods. I'm gonna shout out to you with this rain. Look at this rain, girl. I just felt like you would appreciate that, Stacy. I did. Now, on to what I came to talk about. What is on my mind? Family and society is on my mind. And I was just thinking about maybe, if any of you all know, if it seems like your family has changed over the years, if any of y'all had that big mama in y'all family, the one who always brought it back together, the one who always just prayed and made it right. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like on what is it? Soul Food, that big mama, just brought it all back together. So anyway, my great grandmother, Doretha, was that way. And so one thing about your soul salvation is you have to work it out for yourself. You can't depend on somebody else's salvation to get you into heaven, or for somebody else's sanity to make you sane. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're with somebody that is sane, it does not make you sane. In the book of Proverbs, 22nd or the 27th chapter, it talks about the medicine, what it's called, the bowl and the little stone grinder thing that they use, that people who make medicine use. I forgot what it's called, but it says you can put a fool and wheat and grind them up in the same bowl, but when you finish, a fool is still going to be a fool and the wheat is still going to be wheat. Just because you ground them up together and they're real mixed up in there, they don't become what the other one is. You're still foolish. You're still wheat. So, you can't depend on somebody else for your stuff that you need, But anyway, I'm almost 3 minutes and I'm talking more than I thought I was going to. They haven't even got halfway to the point yet. But anyway, so the point is, situations in families, noticing that the family is slacking on morale, the moral of the family. And you even see family members arguing with other family members for correcting their children. Like, I had some family on Facebook, and one of the family members was correcting a young man because he was filthy, Facebook status, not even a regular word in it, just a whole bunch of cuss words. And so she corrected him and tried to play it off like she was joking, because knowing that she wouldn't be welcome. Since when has family not been welcome to help raise children? But anyway, and since when have you been too old to be called a child in your family? I remember grown men walking in holding their mouth because they know their mama still pop them in it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, okay. So anyway, so the other aunt comes and says, "Don't say nothing to my child. He grown." And I just was disgusted. Like, where they do that at? Like, when is it okay for your child to be? There was a time when people drove by the church and cut the music down just for respect. They wouldn't even drink around the church property, or and now families, it's a breakdown of the family. And it's like, it takes a village to raise a child, but now you can't say nothing to other people's children. They run around the corner grabbing them up. What they did to you? Like, you hurt their kid. Nobody ain't hurt. Do you see how big your child head is? Your child hurt me. You hear me? Anyway, it really is disturbing me, y'all. It's disturbing me. how family don't want family saying nothing to each other. Family, and not just children, I'm just using that as the first scenario, but then family don't want to say nothing to each other, like keeping it real. You see a family member in need or in danger, and you don't want to say nothing to them, and God, and because you don't feel like you have a right to. And that's where God stepped in and started talking to me. I said, God, when did this happen? And he said, accountability. Accountability is something that people don't want to walk in. And if, in order for you to correct your children, you know, it used to be a time when parents still was bold enough to say, do as I say, not as I do. Although that was crooked and wicked, still they said it and they meant it. Parents don't even feel like they have the right to do that anymore because of the spirit of this age. My pastor calls it the spirit of liberation, and he always talks about it with women, but I think it's the spirit of the age, period. Like, you're okay, I'm okay. And it's not okay. It's not okay. I don't care if you are on crack. I don't care if you smoking crack in the living room of your house, and you come in and your child is smoking crack in the bedroom of your house. Put your crack pipe down and tell them to cut it out. Okay? What the heck? Just tell them to stop. Just tell them you don't want them to go down the road that you went down. Tell them that it's not okay. And you know what? They may not respect what you're saying, but they'll be thankful that you said it after, you know, in the long run. Maybe when they get off of crack or whatever they own, you know. I am concerned with the direction that the family is taking. You know, not wanting to say anything to the other person because, you know, you made your mistakes. So what? People make mistakes. People are making mistakes. But you know that it's a mistake, and or you have figured out that it was a mistake. Inform people. If you love somebody, you're afraid to tell them, you know what? Perfect love casts out all fear. And if you love your family with a perfect love, then you love them with the love that is not afraid to be put on Front Street. You scared to be embarrassed because you did something stupid. Now you don't want to say something to them. Okay, you know what? That's not perfect love. That's not the love of God. The love of God does not sit by silent while somebody is killing themselves, or while somebody is doing something that is improper, while somebody is doing... You know, I'm not telling you to just always be nagging on people, but you cannot sit back. And then there are people who are doing things right now that they don't want to admit that it's wrong. So it's like, nobody better not say nothing to me. Since you have that mentality, you're afraid to say something to anybody else, even though you see them killing themselves. You see them hurting themselves. You see them going down a road that is unrighteous, unholy. Even if you're not saved, you see them doing something, I'll put it in your terms, that is not good for them. And you are afraid to say something to them because you don't want anybody to say something to you. That is selfishness. That is selfish. I mean, I just been thinking about this thing. And then you have children putting their babies in timeout. Okay, you know what? That's cute. But you don't want to do what you have to do because you don't feel like it's fair and just. I'm so glad I serve a God that knows justice. And he knows what is just for him. He's just, because we would just be fools running around here with the new thing that we call justice. You don't want to beat that child. You don't want to hurt that child's feelings. You don't want that child not to be your friend. What? Are you serious? I'm seeing family right now. You're friends with your child, and now your child is treating you how they would treat a friend that they're mad at. Guess what? When I got mad at my mama, she may have known it, but I bet I didn't tell her. I bet I wasn't talking about I hate you. I bet I wasn't running away from home. I bet I wouldn't have had nowhere to come back to. I bet I would have been scared to come back anyway. Duh. All I'm saying is accountability. Do not be afraid to love your family fearlessly. And your children. And don't be correcting people that love them that way. All I gotta say is, I love y'all. I know y'all love me. I'm gonna say what I want to say, how I want to say it, when I want to say it, and it's all gonna be in love. You know I love you, so don't get it twisted when I say something all of a sudden. Oh, now you don't know that I love you because I said something. I love you, and I'm gonna say something. God is real. I'm running out of time, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. This has been Apple Lady. I want y'all to be blessed and be a blessing. I'm trying to post this. Hope it posts. I love y'all for real. Be blessed.